Hi, welcome back to my channel, continuing on this series of the real lives of billionaires. And today I wanted to talk a little bit more on what I mentioned in the last video about Kanye, or Ye as he goes by these days, and also Elon Musk and the mess that is taking place over on Twitter. Guys, it's crazy. But anyway, let's go. So as I mentioned in the last video when I was talking about Ye and the disaster that was his deal with Adidas and how it exposed the fact that he was never really an actual billionaire, meaning he didn't really own any actual assets that amounted to the amount that they said he was worth. The vast majority of his valuation was based on a contract and future sales that would be produced by this contract. And this isn't something that is unique to Ye. The media, when announcements are made of this kind of a thing, when contracts are signed, it is customary for the estimated value of said contract when it's announced to be based on mostly things that are going to be accomplished in the future, or things that are predicted or prognosticated that are going to happen in the future. And I believe that this is a faulty way to calculate a person's net worth. A person's net worth, even though, it's not going to be necessarily valued on cash. So some people expect billionaires to have billions of dollars in the bank. People actually believe that that's what it means to be a billionaire, to have billions and billions of dollars in cash. That is not the case. And I think most people who are informed don't really expect that to be the case. But what should really count towards a person's net worth should be assets that in the present moment hold the value they are purported to hold. If a person is said to have $5 billion worth of stock holdings, those stocks should be valued based on the actual assets that the company they are from are actually holding, not based on, because we expect this company to be making this much in the next couple of years, we are going to give this value to the stock, and that value is now going to be attached to the person holding those stocks. As you can see in the case of Ye, it is faulty because anything can go wrong in these arrangements, and before you know it, your value goes out in smoke. But the reason why I wanted to bring on Elon Musk in this conversation for this video is, number one, I have been really thinking about talking about him based on the disaster deal he made to buy Twitter. So I had been thinking about talking about this, and also coincidentally, because great minds think alike, my brother Ricky, he was texting with me yesterday, and he suggested that I talk about Elon and the whole Twitter thing. So, thank you for the suggestion. But I really wanted to cover him because this whole horrible Twitter deal is just the latest example in what I like to call the emperor has no clothes type of entrepreneur, type of genius. These are people who, because they're so good at self-promotion and talking a big game about what they do and what they've accomplished and what they can do, it convinces the people around them and everywhere in the world that these are geniuses. I mean, look at them. Look at all the money they have acquired. Look at all the great companies that they have built. Wow, these people must be real geniuses. But in reality, what they are is they are real good self-promoters. They're good liars. They are good showmen. And they have a really smart way of showing the things that they are doing right, or that appear that they are doing right, and hiding the stuff that's not going so well. Ye is a really good example of this. When he started out as a rapper and a producer, I would say that most people agreed with me that we believed that he was a genius. And I do believe that he is a musical genius. He really is. But it comes to the point where we have to ask ourselves, do we really believe that these people are geniuses? Do I really believe that he's a genius because I love his music, so I'm going to pretend that these clothes and these shoes are brilliantly beautiful? Or am I just a victim of their latest smoke and mirror endeavors? I used to be an Elon Musk fan. I thought Teslas were amazing. They were revolutionary. They revolutionized the electric car market. The cars are sleek, they're fast, they're smooth riding, they're perfectly designed. Only to come to find out that Teslas are very flawed vehicles. They have so many problems. People have died trying to use the technology that they deemed safe. There have been so many scandals attached to Tesla that have been suppressed by Elon Musk. With this latest Twitter deal that he made. Okay, let's talk about the deal. Elon Musk, and unlike what people are thinking, he didn't pay out of his own pocket. He got a group of investors together, and together they paid $44 billion for Twitter. Now, Twitter is a massive social media vehicle. It has a wide array of users. I think most analysts would agree that it has never been worth $44 billion. Twitter was not even profitable. Twitter hasn't been a profitable business. They have been losing money year after year after year. They haven't really figured out a way or a model to actually monetize the site in a very effective way. The way that Facebook, Google, Instagram, and YouTube have managed to do. Twitter kind of struggled with that because they wanted to be very true to their model of being just about communication and figure out different ways that they could make money without overwhelming their site with ads, which is a good thing. But everything that they have tried in the past didn't work. Now, Elon comes in with this idea, with this plan that he's going to find a way to monetize Twitter. And so far, it's not going good, guys. It's not going good. It's not. I spent about half an hour lying in bed this morning on my phone, laughing my head off at some of the shenanigans that are taking place on Twitter right now. And what do I mean? Well, Elon's first brilliant idea to make money from Twitter was this thing where he's saying now anybody can have a verification check if you only pay $8 a month. Sounds great, right? Now, verification checks, the blue check mark that you get, it was kind of a status symbol because it was only given to public figures, celebrities, well-known established politicians, CEOs, companies, brands. You had to have been a public figure or somebody who's well-known enough to earn that check mark so that you can ensure that nobody can impersonate you and pretend to be you. If you are a public figure, it's very important that anybody can't just pretend that they are you because, that can cause problems, right? But now with this democratization of the verification check mark, you have diluted the cachet of having the check mark in the first place. And as a matter of fact, it might start to be a status symbol not to have a verification check mark because you then understand that the only people who would have it are people who are trying to seem like they're important, like they're somebody. When in reality, if everybody's somebody, then everybody's a nobody. And so now you have on Twitter, you have a bunch of people who now you see with these verification, but the majority of the people who have the verification check are now impersonating famous people because in addition to instituting all these changes to Twitter, Elon Musk had the brilliant idea to fire the entire department that was in charge of making sure that people were not imitating other people or that they weren't putting out misinformation, because Elon decided Twitter is now going to be a fully free speech platform. It doesn't matter how offensive it is. We all should be able to say and speak freely what we want to say. Well, in doing that, I'm just going to leave some examples here for you to see what's the stuff that had me cracking up this morning. Now you might be saying, who cares? As long as Elon is making money, all these jokesters are just putting money in his pocket. The problem with that is all these people who are impersonating actual famous public figures, when the public figure realizes what's happening, they will contact Twitter. Twitter will then, according to Elon, they will look into it, realize that the person is impersonating someone, and suspend their account and put a stop to the impersonation. But as this keeps on happening more and more and more, you'll soon realize that all these people that are buying these verification check marks, as they're being kicked off the platform, there goes that $8 that they paid. There goes that $8 that you were counting on getting every month. Now, yeah, there are going to be people who are going to genuinely want to have a check mark for themselves, because Elon said that those who have verification check marks will be given priority, meaning their tweets will be more visible, and the people who don't have verifications, their tweets are going to be suppressed, so you're not going to be able to see it that much. What do you think that's going to cause? Huh? The people who want to be heard, that don't want to pay the $8 because they see through the foolishness, are just going to go somewhere else. And by the way, did I mention that Jack Dorsey, the previous owner of Twitter, recently announced that he's coming up with a competing Twitter-like social media? Where do you think all those people who are dissatisfied with Twitter are gonna go? They're gonna go right back to Jack Dorsey. And by the way, I signed up for the beta version, because as soon as that other one is up, I'm gone, baby, I'm gone. And you start to wonder, wait, I thought Elon was a genius. But the more you peel off the layers, you realize that Elon Musk is kind of just a reckless showman who's very good at promoting himself, but there's not real substance behind him. There's a lot of cutting corners that has been taking place. But for some reason, because of this culture of idolizing celebrities, we have a tendency of wanting our heroes to be exactly what we imagine them to be. We want them to be these perfect, smart, brilliant, amazing people, because they inspire us. They make us think that anything is possible. And that's how I used to feel about Elon. I remember hearing about how he was inspired to do an electric car after he heard about how, when I believe it was GM first introduced an electric car into the market, and people were loving it, and they were liking the fact that they didn't have to use these gas guzzlers, and the government basically just killed it. The government just killed it, the electric car. The name of the documentary, by the way, if you ever want to see it. It killed it because the government makes more money from the oil lobby than from, having people driving cars that are better for the environment and better for their pockets. And so he was inspired by that, and he decided to go ahead and create this electric car that basically revolutionized the world. Now almost every car maker has an electric car division, and in the future that's what we're going to be driving. So I was very inspired by that, and I thought, wow, a young person with lofty ideas can change the world. And we want to believe that this is true, and it is true. I truly believe that it is true. But you have to be the kind of person that can hold yourself accountable to do things the right way, even if it takes you longer, even if you're not going to do it in a flash, even if you're not going to do it faster than your competition. If you really care about the work, you'll take the time to do the work. And more we're seeing these people who just want to pretend that they're geniuses, that they're brilliant. And when you look under the hood, you realize there is no substance. The emperor has no clothes. But the biggest problem with this whole debacle of these people impersonating celebrities is that this is the kind of stuff that is going to scare away advertisers. Advertisers, the backbone of the social media empires. This is where the bulk of the money comes from. And if Twitter is going to be this giant successful company that Elon is promising that it's going to be, it's not going to come from payments from the people who use it, because we are used to using social media for free. We have made a deal with the devil. Yes, we are the product of social media. We give you our information. You give us a platform for us to show pictures of our cats and what we had for lunch. And then you sell our information to other people, to marketers. We have made that deal because in our minds, it's a worthy exchange. And who cares if you're selling my information to marketers? As long as marketers can give me what I want, if they can show me more of the stuff that I'm searching. I'm saying that, I'm not a fan of people selling my information, but this is what we have agreed to do. And the idea that we're now going to start paying to use social media platforms, we are rebelling against it. And every time a platform comes up with a payment plan or a model where we have to pay to use the social media platform, a new one is going to pop up that is going to use the old way of doing things, which is give me your information and I'll let you use my site for free. Elon Musk is going to lose a lot of money from this deal. Mark my words. This is not the pot of gold Elon thought it was going to be. And as a matter of fact, I am of the belief that when he first tweeted that thing about how he wanted to buy Twitter for $44 billion, Elon was just being impulsive. He just impulsively was thinking about something. He became obsessed with the idea. He tweeted it, put it out there. It spiked the stock price because people are thinking the genius is coming. The genius Elon is coming to Twitter. And here we are. My predictions hold. I truly believe that. In a matter of time, if this continues, if these people just continue buying the verification badges so that they can just jokingly have these parody accounts, in no time, Twitter is just gonna be like a desolate ghetto filled with scammers and bots and just deranged people. And you can't make money off of those folks. So he's probably going to offload it at a very, very reduced price. He's gonna eat that loss. I don't think it's ever gonna get so bad that he's gonna have to declare bankruptcy. I don't think it will get that bad. But this was not a good idea. It was not. But we'll see what happens next. But it's been an interesting ride, I have to say. It's been very entertaining. I can't wait to see more of what people come up with. Because so far, comedy. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are you one of those people that truly believe that Elon Musk is the Nikola Tesla of this generation? No, he's not. Spoiler alert. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Leave a comment, leave a like if you enjoyed this. I want to do a series on this. I really want to touch more on this, and I have more videos that I'm working on coming up. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.